So check this out. The city of Dallas was hit by a major ransomware attack that impacted a whole bunch of their IT services. Let's check it out.
Courts closed, websites still down, first responders having to improvise on emergency calls. The city of Dallas is still struggling after what officials are calling a ransomware attack.
What's up, guys? It's Josh back with another video, and I've been meaning to hit this topic for the last couple of days since I first seen it. I had the article saved. This was a crazy ransomware attack that's happened, and it's affecting the city of Dallas. Now, there's a whole bunch of issues that were caused by this ransomware attack, like, for instance, the police communication system, as well as other IT systems, had to be shut down. And this happened on the 3rd of May. So let's hop over to the article so I can read everything about what's going on. All right, so this article is on Bleeping Computer, and of course I always had a link down in the description of the video so you guys can follow along. But this article was put together by Lawrence Abrams, and the media put this out there on May 3rd, 2023, which was a couple days ago, about 6 days ago. And sorry I'm behind on it, but I didn't have time to get to this article right away so I could put it out. I'm sure the people in Dallas, know what's going on, but I wanted to put it out to a wider audience so you guys can see what's actually going on with this ransomware attack. And in my opinion, this is considered almost a terrorist attack. So I'm sure the FBI is going to get involved with this. They're really going to be looking for whoever did this attack, because it caused the city to suffer by shutting down a lot of systems like the 911 dispatchers, as well as police communications. A lot of things had to be written down, going back to the old ways of doing things. It really caused a lot of headache throughout the city. So let's go on and cover it. But it says the city of Dallas has suffered a royal ransomware attack, causing it to shut down some of its IT systems to prevent the attack spread. And that's why they shut down the systems. They had to shut it down because the attack was spreading, throughout their systems that are set up for a lot of the communications and all that stuff throughout the city. Now it says Dallas is the 9th largest city in the United States, with a population of approximately 2.6 million people according to the US Census. And this is why I consider it a terrorist attack, because how big this city is, the population, and how many people were affected. Now it says local media reports that the city's police communications and the IT systems were shut down Monday morning due to a suspected ransomware attack. This has led to 911 dispatchers having to write down received reports for officers rather than submitting them via the computer assistant dispatch system, which is very important. You know what I'm saying? That's how they communicate. That's one of the ways of how they communicate. I'm sure they didn't have to shut down their radio systems so they can still talk. But as far as the way the reports are done, this greatly affected that. Now it says the Dallas County Police Department's website was also offline for part of the day due to the security incident, but has since been restored. But yeah, as you can see, that's what popped up when you try to go to DallasPolice.net. I'm sure they have some type of login for it, but it was offline, as you can see. Couldn't even get to it. Now it says today the city of Dallas confirmed that the ransomware attack caused the disruption, and like I said, that was on the 3rd. Now, Wednesday morning, the city's security monitoring tool notified our Security Operations Center, so our SOC, that a likely ransomware attack had been launched within our environment. Subsequently, the city has confirmed that a number of servers have been compromised with ransomware, impacting several functioning areas, including the Dallas Police Department website, explained a media statement from the city of Dallas. And so, as you can see, they figured it out. They figured out that some of them were done, but in order to prevent it from spreading, they shut down probably the rest of the servers, or shut down those servers to prevent it from spreading. So they probably isolated it some kind of way and shut things down. Now it says the city team along with its vendors, are actively working to isolate the ransomware to prevent its spread, to remove the ransomware from infected servers, and to restore any services currently impacted. The mayor and city council was notified of the incident pursuant to the city's incident response plan, so IRP. The city is currently working to assess the complete impact, but at the time, the impact on the delivery of city services to its residents is limited. Should a resident experience a problem with a particular city service, they should contact 311. For emergencies, they should still contact 911. So their phone systems are still working. It's just the way it operates, in the background for the police, which is where the problem is being caused by this ransomware. Now it says Bleeping Computer has also confirmed that the city's court system canceled all jury trials and jury duty for May 2nd into today, as their IT systems are not operational. So yeah, they had to shut a lot of that down. So courts were canceled. This was crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is super crazy. Like I said, it impacted a whole lot. And this is essentially a terrorist attack. You know what I'm saying? They're probably going to go after these whatever organization, to try to, get them and bring them to justice. But it says, according to MSC Soft threat analysis Brett Kalla, ransomware attacks on local governments are widespread, happening at a rate of more than one per week. And that's true, man. Like, this is something that I always say. A lot of government agencies or cities and stuff like that, they don't put much stock into protecting the security of the systems that they have. They either don't budget enough for that in order for it to be successfully prevented, even though you can't 100% prevent something like this, but you can do better by putting certain things in place to better secure the network or the servers that are on the systems. And so they tend to fall for a lot of these attacks a lot more frequently than other organizations outside of, governments, local government, and all that stuff. Now, here's his quote. It says, incidents involving U.S. local government happen, at a rate of more than one per week. Kalla told Bleeping Computer. At least 29 have been impacted by ransomware this year, with at least 16 of the 29 having had data stolen. Most of the incidents involve smaller governments, and Dallas is, I think, the largest city to be hit in quite some time. And as you can see, they're looking for tips right here. And I know this is from Bleeping Computer, but they're looking for tips and information on this stuff. Wonder if they got a bounty out for the organization that put this together, which I don't blame them. You know what I'm saying? You basically impacted a whole city. You probably caused deaths. You know what I'm saying? Being that the city is still rolling and you need emergency services and all that stuff out there. Let's say it's a fire or something like that. They could have caused deaths with this. This is considered like a terrorist attack at the end of the day. But it says Bleeping Computer has learned that the Royal ransomware operation is behind the attack on the city of Dallas. According to numerous sources, network printers on the City of Houston network began printing out ransom notes this morning, with the IT department warning employees to retain any printed notes. And that's the way of them trying to figure out where it's actually coming from. I know these guys are probably sending it from probably emails. You could send, I think it's certain ways you could send emails to a printer or send things to the printer, anonymously, so it's not tracked on where it actually came from, or use a system within there that has already been compromised in order to print it out. You know what I'm saying? But they may want to try to use that to try to figure out where this attack was coming from, or what systems or compromised on the network that are still compromised on the network. Now it says a photo of the ransom note shared with Bleeping Computer allowed us to confirm that the Royal ransom operations conducted the attack. And here you go. That's the actual note that was printed out. Now zoom in so you guys can check it out, but check this out so you can read it. I'm not gonna read it for you guys, but check it out. That's it. And they even got the onion link, so in order to get to the site to pay them, you know what I'm saying, it's on the dark web, obviously. Now it says the Royal ransomware operation is believed to be an offshoot of the Conti cybercrime syndicate. rising to prominence after Conti shut down its operations. When launched in January 2022, Royal utilized other ransomware operations encryptors such as ALPHV and Black Cat to avoid standing out. However, they later started using their own encryptor, Xeon, in attacks for the rest of the year. Now it says towards the end of 2023, the operations rebranded into Royal and quickly became one of the most active enterprise targeting ransomware gangs. While Royal is known to breach networks using vulnerabilities in internet exposed devices, they commonly use callback phishing attacks to gain initial access to the corporate network. These callbacks phishing attacks impersonate food delivery and software providers in email pretending to be subscription renewals. So yeah, somebody probably fell for a phishing attack or something like that on their systems in order to get into this. Once they compromise the system, then they pushed it out. Oh yeah, and it says, however, instead of containing links to phishing sites, the emails contain phone numbers that the victim can contact to cancel the alleged subscription. Oh, that's crazy right there. That's different. It says, in reality, these phone numbers connect to a service hired by Royal threat actors. That's crazy. So they hire a service. And it says, when a victim calls the number, the threat actor uses social engineering to convince the victim to install remote access software, allowing the threat actors access to the corporate network. And that's crazy. It kind of reminds me of those scammers back in the day. They used to call and say, hey, your system is showing reports to us that it has been compromised, or you have some issues with your system, you know, and they were calling from Microsoft, which it was a fake Microsoft or whatever, and they were trying to connect to your system basically and try to get you to, I don't know, send some money or steal your credentials or whatever they were trying to do when they got into your, you know, your stuff. But they would call you on the phone, use the little bull crap script that they follow to try to get you to give them access to their computer. That's exactly what it reminds me of. So that's crazy that they're falling for that. Now it says, like other ransomware gangs, Royal is known to steal data from networks before encrypting devices. So a lot of times they do steal the data, and it says this stolen data is then used to further leverage in extortion demands, which pretty much all of them are following this playbook. They basically steal the data as they're encrypting it, or at least after they'll encrypt it after, you know, they steal the data, however they do it, but they steal the data at the end of the day and then say, hey, we'll release it on the dark web if you guys don't, you know, pay us. So that's right out the ransomware gang's playbook. And yeah, that's what it says right there. It says with the threat actors warning that they will publicly leak data if a ransom is not paid. And right now it says, at this time, it is unknown if data was stolen from the city of Dallas during the attack. And just to give you guys a little bit more of what's going on, I found a local article as well, and I'll link this down in the description as well. But this was updated on May 8th, and currently it says the city of Dallas is still in the midst of a ransomware attack on Monday. And just to throw a couple of the points that are put out there, it says computer aided dispatch at 911 communication center has been down since Wednesday. So that is still down according to the city of Dallas. And then right here it says calls are not being answered in our normal timely manner. And right here down below, it kind of points out to what I was saying about a lot of city, you know, governments. It says this event underscores the need for our city to address the long-standing underinvestment in IT and possibly even look at how we structure IT. Yes, like I said, they're always behind. Most cities, most governments, you know, agencies, all kind of stuff. They're always behind and underinvesting in the IT infrastructure that they have. And that's something they need to really look into. And so, thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys have been informed about what's going on in Dallas with this ransomware attack. Like I said, it's a crazy situation, still ongoing. You guys, I definitely need to follow it, especially if you want to work in the cybersecurity field or in the IT field in general. This is an important story that I think, you know, we all should be following, because security is not only just for those security professionals, it's for all of us. You know what I'm saying? If you work for these organizations, work for the city, you know, and all that stuff, security is important, and they probably need to start doing some training, getting people up to speed on these social engineering attacks as well as ransomware attacks. Not to click on links, not to give out information over the phone, not to give access to people unless you can verify that it's actually from the organization's IT department, which they don't need your assistant. They can most of the time, IT team can connect to your computer without your knowledge in the background. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have to ask you for any assistance to get on your computer. So make sure you guys be safe out there, and please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave comments down in the comments below, and of course, keep it techie.